RPD up 1-0. 16-16 left.
That's Novak from Krogman. I'm sorry, Krogman from Novak. You've seen that quite often here at State Moves. Novak to Kettler. A bunch of the old Missouri 92s here. Corey Kettler. Corey Kettler crosses the center line. Derek Burnett looking for a pick. Stops, gets a shot on net. It looks like went a little wide there. Alkali looking to forecheck a little bit. O'Connor to Blake Bennett. Shot saved by Zach Lane. So we got Tim McManus here. Tim, what do you see in this game so far?
Well, just walked in, so haven't seen too much yet. But obviously, Alkali playing their game. They love to control the puck, slow things down. Sometimes they lull you to sleep and then hit you when you're not expecting it with a goal. But that's just typical RPD hockey.
Yeah, I mean, what do you expect? I mean, excitement's really going really low with their 1-1-2 here.
You know, excitement's always disciplined. You know, they're the kind of team, they're not going to wow you, but they're going to stay in every game, keep it close. And if you don't capitalize on your chances, they can come back to bite you with it.
I totally agree. Cody Kettler. It's Tyler Spezia. Spezia crosses the center line. Oh, fakes a shot. Shot low. Brett Hughes with the save. Excitement taking the puck down. Shane Bennett. Puck. Loses the puck here to Derek Burnett. Corey Kettler picks it up. Crosses the center line. 1-on-3. Back to Burnett. Burnett, fake pass. Spezia still battling for the puck to Corey Kettler. Corey Kettler makes a move. Shot. Saved by Brett Humes. Corey Kettler back to his brother Cody Kettler.
Good seeing the Kettler brothers reunited on this team. Hadn't seen Corey in a while, saw him at Narch, and see him here again now. And he's one of those players I'm sure will get better every single game.
Without a doubt. Good defensive play here by Nick Okada. Bryson Johnson, I'm not sure what he was doing there, but got a whistle here. Puck's gonna go outside to center.
I don't know if you mentioned this before I got here, but you know, Alex Kyle not here right now for RPD. He's going to miss the round robin. Could make it back for the playoffs. I think he had a buddy's wedding. So watching him at Norwich, I thought he was their best player. So that's a huge loss for them. So I know talking to Joe Cook, they just want to get through these games, get some wins, and get one of their top players back for the playoffs.
Yeah, he looked phenomenal at Norwich. I would say probably top 3 player in the tournament. He's very strong around the net. Excitement coming down. We got a penalty here. I did not see the call, Tim. What'd you see?
They got him with a slash there.
JP Lamoya goes to the box for a slash. Let's see what the Excitement does here. Huge power play for them. They get a goal. It's a 2-1 game. Then maybe a little momentum comes their way. Let's see what they can do here.
I don't think there's a coach in this tournament who wants to win this tournament more than George Brown. You know, he's got to be dying to win this tournament. He's put so much energy. The Excitement, I think, is named after him. He's the most excited guy in the sport.
He's very excited on that bench. All right, Excitement works the puck here. Novalis. Sheehan to Novalis. Sheehan to Novalis, one-timer off the post. I actually just saw Novalis in pure hockey cutting some sticks down. So hopefully those weapons will help this game. Derek Burnett.
A new stick looked pretty good on that shot. Oh, 2-on-1 here.
Wilson Archibald gets the puck.
Can't get a faster duo than Archie and Spees coming down on you.
These guys can wheel. Derek Burnett dumps it down to Spezia. Spezia loses the puck here. Novalis back.
All 3 players on the kill here. I had the pleasure of coaching at the IHF World Champions last year for Team USA. Bernie, Archie, and Spezia, 3 awesome players.
Not a bad threesome for a penalty kill, that's for sure. Little grit, little speed.
Alkali might be the best defensive team in the tournament.
All right, we got Sheehan to Bennett. Bennett one-timer to Novales. Saved by Zach Lane. Zach's really been on his game the last couple years. I know he took a couple years off. I know he's really concentrating on school, stuff like that, but he's a self-taught goalie, Tim. Haven't seen a nicer guy in the sport, and he loves it. He loves to win.
He's a great guy, and he's probably one of the most fit players in the entire division, so it's no surprise that as the guys get older, he just gets better and better.
Got another whistle here.
We get a bunch of texts here today from some of our buddies. Want to do a little shout out to a couple guys that GT and I talk to pretty often. Little crew. We got Dukes, Lynchy, and RM. RM's probably surrounded by a bunch of puppies right now watching this game online. So we'll be seeing those guys next week.
We're going to 2-on-1 here. Novak to Kettler. Kettler shot saved by Brett Humes. Brett Humes, man. Tim, Brett Humes, great athlete. He's well-rounded, plays a lot of soccer, played soccer, roller hockey at Littlewood. Just a great all-around kid, great athlete.
Yeah, I think in this game you probably have 2 of the most underrated goalies in the division.
Yes, totally agree there. Bryson Johnson on the draw. Paulie O'Connor pokes the puck away from Cody Kettler. Excitement break. Oh, I don't know who that was. Paulie O'Connor on Bryson Johnson. Ex-teammates here. They might be playing together here in the junior division. I'm not 100% sure, but longtime friends. Andy Ferrantino out there right now. Siteman's kind of slowing the pace down a little bit. Back to their game. Getting a little more aggressive defensively here. All right, now they're coming back. JP Moya. Puck's going to go deep in the Alkali zone. Zach Lane to Jalen Krogman. Krogman back to Corey Kettler. Corey Kettler controls the puck back to Krogman. Krogman. Nielsen Archibald back to Krogman. Archibald getting those deadly wheels going. See what he can do here. Good defensive play.
You know, when you play against a team like the Excitement, when you score first on them, you get them out of their comfort zone. You know, they want to play that sit-back style a little bit, so you score a couple on them like Alkali did, and now they got to get involved in the play a little bit more. And I think they can do it. They have the team to do it, but they feel more comfortable sitting back. That's kind of how Coach Brown has them playing. But now, you see they can wheel with the best of them, and I expect the Excitement to take a bunch of chances here. Definitely don't want to fall behind by 3.
Yeah, that power play would have been huge. Power play goal would have been huge for them there. But let's see what they can do. It's not a team you want to go down too early. Troy Loggins. Back to Krogman. Krogman to Nielsen Archibald. Just controlling the puck here in the neutral zone, getting some wheels going. Watch out here for Tyler. Oh, that's Troy Loggins. Troy Loggins comes down. Shot. Block. Puck goes out of play. Man, between him and Spezia, they kind of look alike out there with their wheels. And they got those single-digit numbers.
Yeah, I was about to say, you know, they're both speedy, you know, tall, skinny lefties. 2 of the fastest guys in the division. Definitely confuse Spezia and Loggins.
Spezia, big win to Novak. Face-offs are so important in this game, especially when you're up.
You know, the great thing for me, we watch this game, I see Kettlers, I see Krogman, I see Novak, I see Spezia, I see Loggins. These are old guys that have been playing at State Wars since we started in 2005. Yeah, they've all been a part of it since they were kids. Exactly. Now here they are playing in the Pro Division.
Spezia walks in, goes to his backhand, makes a pass down low to Cody Kettler. Cody Kettler misses the puck. Derek Burnett controls the puck deep in the Alkali RPD zone.
That would have been a better pair set. That would have been a 2-on-1 for the excitement.
Yep.
Archie was caught deep there. Oh, excuse me, Kettler. Kettler was caught deep.
Gaining some speed here. He loves that low blocker shot. Lefty special, I call it. Go back, controlling the puck. Spezia controlling the puck. Using his speed and body. Oh, Okada tried picking that off. Little poke and hope.
Nick Okada's another one. You know, been playing the State Wars since 2005. Ohio native.
Alex played for Florida. Bunch of battling deep in the excitement zone. Excitement winning the race. In the battle, Spezia regains the puck. Spezia back. To play. Ooh, maybe an elbow there, Tim. Ooh, that's a
Oh, we got one there.
Yep. Red Moons doesn't see it yet. There he goes. Oh. Low percentage shot there, Tim. What do you think about that one from Nick Okada?
Yeah, I would have carried that puck in deeper. I think referee Mike Starr thinks he's getting paid per penalty today. Got to remind him it's a flat rate.
Nonetheless, they're doing a great job, Tim.
No, they are. I mean, the first game, obviously, our game got a little crazy, but since then, games have settled down, and it's been a pretty tight game from then on out.
Yep. All right, they're going to go again here. Excitement win.
I would never say a power play is a must midway through the first period, but this is a pretty important power play for the excitement. If nothing else, just to get their confidence.
Good pictures here. Pass down low. And, the program here, the numbers are off a little bit, so it's tough to see who's super excited. All right, we're going to have a 4-on-2 coming up here. For the excitement, did not see that one, Tim. Nielsen Archibald probably got a little bit aggressive down low on the call. Oh, it's been fun, guys. I'm going to pass this along to Chris Treft, our professional. Hope you guys are enjoying the games, and we'll touch base later.
You know, bringing Trefty back in here, and I don't know, Trefty, one of the worst things you could have done was walk away for a little bit. GT might have stolen your job there. He did a great job this last half.
He's pretty much good at everything. Never ceases to amaze us, so I'm sure he was phenomenal at play-by-play as well. Right now it looks like a power play for excitement, a 4-on-2. They're trailing by 2. This is huge. Out to the right point. Swung left side. Maddox back to the near wing. Still looking, inching their way in. One-timer. Save made by Lane. It's still in the far circle.
And we were just saying, Trefty, how you wouldn't call a power play in the first half a must, but a 4-on-2 here just for their confidence is a pretty big one for the excitement.
Still plenty of time with these long games. Wrist shot from the near side. They score. The Bennett brothers getting into it with RPD after the whistle.
93 just threw a punch in Burnett's face there.
Nice shot from Blake Bennett. Cuts the lead right in half. They still have the power play, and that's what's huge, Tim, is that goal came on the 4-on-2, so only one man comes out of the box. We're going to have more men going to the box as well. Blake Bennett with that goal, what a good story he is. He's never really played roller hockey. He played in a charity tournament with George just for fun. George saw him, got him and his brother to play. They were a huge reason why they went to the championship at Tours, and they played great at Narch as well, just hidden gems. And the first Pama Pro Invitational goal there for Blake Bennett. It was a pretty one.
Yeah, I didn't see much sunlight there between the legs there, but he found it.
That guy just has a knack for the net. Took him a few games to learn the roller game, but once he did,
it's always great when you see a new player come out you never heard of before, and he's out there, and you're like, wow, who's this guy? Where'd he come from?
Yeah. Then all of a sudden, people are asking about you if we can use you in another tournament. And it's great too because he's in a situation where he's a nice guy. I'm sure he looked at roller like, it's roller hockey. It's probably no fun. He played In a charity tournament, George got him excited. Then he came to tours, and his eyes just lit up, and now he's probably going to be a roller guy for years to come.
Becomes a fixture that quickly. Yeah, I watched him at tours on one of the live streams you guys did, and I was like, wow, who's this kid? Talked to George about him. He was real excited about him, and I'm glad to have him here at State Wars this year playing the Pama Pro Invitational.
The referee's sorting this out right now. For the excitement, they're certainly hoping they don't lose their power play, because I see an extra excitement skater in the bench as opposed to RPD, because they have two guys just like excitement, but they had the original guy in there. But nonetheless, Tim, that's still a huge goal for the excitement, because now they're within one goal. They get some confidence here on the power play, and you can only go up from here if you ride the momentum.
Yeah, when you had stepped away, they had an earlier power play. They didn't score on it. We thought it was important, not key, but pretty important to get one, just for their confidence more than anything. And now they got that one here, and you watch. I guarantee you see excitement coming out, a little bit more confidence now the rest of the way after getting one. How'd it go in your game, George? You guys, your Georgia, Trefty was coaching the 2006 Team Georgia, got him to the semifinals in the AAA division. How'd you guys do over there?
Well, we got off to a bad start, so we were down by 6 at half, but we had a really good second half and scored a couple goals, but we had a good second half, but we still ended up losing by 7, but I'm proud of the guys because we were outmatched. They're talent-wise. Like, I have 2 kids that could keep up with the rest of them. Everybody else, they worked their tail off, and they kept up with those kids all game long. They were terrified of Joy Dunn before the game because she was so darn tall, but they played great, and I couldn't have asked any more from them because they were a great group of kids. They bought in. They skated hard the whole time, and sometimes when you see an opponent that's so good, and, you know, people on paper will say, oh, you know, they're going to 8-goal you, and you get down by 5 early, most kids would quit, but they didn't. They kept going. I love to see it, and I got a group of kids that never played together before, threw them together for State Wars, a couple ice kids, a couple roller kids, a couple single-A kids that are playing out of their mind, and so it's sometimes say, oh, you know, we lost, that stinks, but I can't say enough about it. It was just fun to watch and how hard they were working.
Well, the 06 division was an 18-team division, and you guys made it to the top 4. You know, it's something to be proud of, and I applaud guys like Trefty here who are a non-parent coach, getting in there, coaching kids, and giving them some experience of a lifetime by having a good experienced coach on the bench. So thank you for that.
It just builds the sport better. You don't have pros like this playing out there playing when they were young. Vespezia tried to cut to the front of the net, but that one was stymied by the excitement defense. Nolan Sharon around the back of the excitement goal. Still a power play, 27 seconds remains. Westcott, right wing point, puts on the brakes, swings it far side. It's gone up in the skates, but eventually comes out to the point. Westcott once more, near side. Out to the point for Sharon. Sharon to the far side. Sharon again at the center point. 9 seconds left. To the near side, Westcott. Back for Sharon. A one-time from distance. And Jack Lane makes the save. And Lane's always kind of a goalie that he can either steal a game for RPD or he can be another average goaltender, but when he's hot, he is really, really good, and he's won pro tournaments for them. Yeah,
we were talking about him earlier about what a fit person he is. He's in great shape. He's got a great mental attitude. He's an overall great guy, and I'm always happy to see players like him be so successful.
Open up the near side, controlled by Archibald. Out to the point. Cody Kettler. He's going to shimmy to the right wing side, watched by Westcott. In case you missed it, RPD back to full strength. They're leading 2-1. Krogman slowly back into his own zone.
When do you think we'll see the Cody Kettler spinorama? It's usually good once a game. He pulls the spinorama off.
At least, so. Well, you put it out there, so it'll probably be right on cue, because usually how it happens. Krogman, near side. Not a bad spinorama himself. He throws it out to the point for Corey Kettler. The Lindenwood product up the far side. Taken by Troy Loggins. Pass up the left wing. Corey Kettler throws it through the middle. That one misses as it slid through the crease. He missed his brother. Now odd man rush the other way. Excitement. It's a 3-on-2. To the far side. Shot. That one hit the side of the goal.
That was set up beautifully, too.
Nice passing play. Close chance, but they couldn't get it in. Spirited battle in the right corner. Corey Kettler giving his man the business.
I wonder if Mr. Kettler named his kids Cody and Corey just to confuse us later on in life.
Well, you know what? It took me like 3 years, but I finally figured it out. And luckily, Cody's got the big beard, so that helps. Thank him to that. Westcott tries to cut to the middle. Cody Kettler knocks him off the buck. Corey slides it up the right wing side. Loggins into the zone, watched by Okada. Trying to cut to the middle. But the Ohio native knocked the puck away. Well brought in the opposite direction by Paul O'Connor. High slot, goes to the far side. Okada back for O'Connor to the backhand, but he missed it wide. Okada will slide this one back to the red line. We got a penalty coming. It's Cody Kettler knocked down Okada. They give him a shot when he's down. We'll see if he gets 2 penalties here.
That was a great pass by Okada on that exchange. I thought that was going to be a goal there.
O'Connor down the far side. Sheeran to the goal line. Sheeran again at the half wall. They're loading up the left wing. Try to go to the center point. That one's touched up by Corey Kettler. The whistle blows. Okada is such an underrated player because he's not the flashy guy. He just does things simply and usually gets it done. Right there, he was just working his tail off, and he drew a penalty because Cody Kettler got frustrated. And then he didn't retaliate, which is something that most roller hockey players, they try their best not to, but they still end up doing it.
And Nick's one of those players that gets under your skin. You know, right off the bat, when you have a cage on, guys get aggravated with you, and he gets in there, always gives a little extra, but he's got such a great shot. So I like to see Nick Okada shoot a little bit more, because that's his strength.
Sheeran, left wing wall, plays it down the boards. Dave Navalis, back to Sheeran. The right wing side for Shane Bennett. Down to his brother Blake. Blake, out to Shane. Wrist shot, he just missed it high as it whistled over the helmet of Zach Lynn. And the puck goes up into the excitement bench. And some more pushing and shoving. And RPD is a team that, when I first broke in and started calling roller hockey games, they were always an intense team, but it seems like the last couple of years they've got more of an edge. And they've played a little more physical and a little more with that greasy type of mentality.
You know, Joe Cook's done a good job of recruiting players to play good, solid defense. I mean, you know, Archie had played with us for a while and then left to go join them, and then Bernie had been with the Mudcats for a while, went over to play with these guys, and just adding 2 of the best defensemen in the sport. I said earlier they probably have the best defensive team in the game.
Spezia gets taken down by Shane Bennett. And a power play coming eventually here at RPD. We're going to skate 3-on-3 though for 1:01, then a 29-second power play for RPD. You know, we always talk about how exciting 3-on-3 is and 4-on-4 in ice hockey. But now we're going to get to see 3-on-3 here in roller. I mean, you can almost say that there's more speed and skill than there is in the ice game when there's one less player out there.
You know, it's funny when I tell some of my ice buddies who never watched roller hockey that we play 4-on-4 no offsides, they just assume immediately the scores must be 25-23 every game.
Yeah.
And here it is 2-1 right now, at almost at half.
How many games have we seen 1-0 or 2-1 this whole tournament? Even it's the young kids, they just know how to play, and it's fun to watch. Face off won by the excitement. Fierce battle in the right corner. Rivera eventually comes away with that puck. Up the near boards for Paul O'Connor. He threw it to the far side, but it misses Okada. And possession goes to RPD. Archibald. Over the near side for Burnett. Now taken by Spezia. Easily the fastest player in this pro division. Picking up speed now. Comes through center to the left wing side. He shoots. Glove save made by Brett Humes. And he hangs on for the whistle with 20 seconds left in the first. Shot out of a cannon there with Spezia. And that's a gorgeous glove save by Hughes.
I thought that was going in as soon as it left the stick.
I mean, it was an excellent shot, and it was a reaction save. It didn't just go in his glove. It wasn't luck by any means. That was talent from an excellent goaltender. Now Rivera, one-on-one coming to the zone against Burnett. Plays it to the near side. A shot, that one just misses high as O'Connor missed it. Here comes Archibald, speeding up the middle of the rink. Wrist shot and a right toe save made by Humes. And that'll do it for period number 1. A 2-1 lead for RPD. They get the first 2. Excitement come back with a 4-on-2 power play tally. And it's a 1-goal advantage for RPD as we enter the first half. So Tim, stepping away from this game, overall in the tournament, you know, what's been some bright spots for you and how's everything going?
It's been going great. You know, this is our 3rd day of the tournament. You know, it still feels like one long day to me. But, you know, things have been going great. I think some of the things that stand out to me early on in this tournament, just how much we're reaching internationally. So seeing, you know, teams from Korea here, France, United Kingdom, Sweden, it's been unbelievable. You know, Colombia.
Argentina, all these southern teams as well.
they just come here, and the families are so into it. They take so much pride in where they come from. They have flags, chants. They're going crazy. They all hang out as teams. There's a lot of bonding going on with those teams, and just adds a whole other element to this tournament that you don't see elsewhere. And besides that, I just love seeing, like looking out here right now, we got a pretty good crowd here for basically a first round of round-robin games going on.
And you might not see it as much because most of the people are actually on the camera side. So this side is pretty much full. The other side is sparsely populated. So
yeah, probably got a few hundred people here right now, and that's just great. We promote this division. Obviously, it's the best division in the sport. It's a division we want players to come out and watch. They can learn a lot from watching these older players.
And too, I got a great story. So one of my players, Severio Marsali, actually had all his equipment stolen out of the back of his mom's rental car. And so he's, trying to stay positive before our first game. He wants to play so desperately. And we all just went around and started looking for equipment. So he was playing with like 7 different people's equipment, but everybody was there to volunteer and hand out their equipment. It's just one big family roller hockey community, and it was really fun to see. RPD will go from left to right in period number 2. They have a power play for 20 seconds. Krogman tried to go to Cody Kettler, but that one missed him, and it came back towards the red line. Cody Kettler slowly down the wall. Plays this one down low, gets it back. On the right wing side. Corey Kettler up to the right point for Krogman. Krogman swings it over to the far wing for Novak. Novak back to the near side, dot Spezia back to full straight goalie excitement. Now to Novak again, tries a toe drag, but O'Connor knocked that one away. O'Connor is a long-time excitement player. He also played for RPD a few times in a tournament here or there, but he's also an underrated guy. He just does things smoothly and efficiently on defense. Back to the way, Spezia, left circle, he shoots. That one is blocked by the back check of Jared Westcott.
I think he faked the shot there. I was going for a little pass there on that one.
Nice try to get into the back door, but some more good defense from the excitement. They're playing well right now. Down to the right corner, Spezia. Fired around the glass, and it comes down into the RPD zone.
I would say Alkali RPD probably leads the tournament each year in time of possession. Would you agree with that, Trev?
Yeah, they just don't give up the puck. Their only issue is if they get behind early. If they get behind early, that's their problem. Because they do possess it, and if the team plays excellent defense like Excitement's doing right now, it's hard to come back.
Watching them at Norwich, I watched their quarterfinal loss to Connex, which was an upset, even though it's not much of an upset because Connex is a great team.
Pass in front of breakaway, backhand shot, Lane makes the save.
But one of the things I noticed in that game is, Alkali had the puck so much, had so many chances, and they didn't bury their chances, and they let the Connex team hang around. And when you don't bury your chances, you let teams hang around, things can happen late in the game, and that's what happened in that game. Connex tied it late and then won in overtime.
Masushima had that opportunity, but Lane made a nice left-hand save. Chicago native, Zach Lane. Now it's Bryson Johnson, playing not too far from home.
Bryson actually helped lay the floors down in this rink, so he should know this floor better than anybody.
There's a spirited crew that helped get this all set up. People don't understand how much work it is, laying down floors, laying down stickers, sorting jerseys, sorting shirts. It's a crazy amount of work, and sometimes it just goes unappreciated.
Now, we had about 20 guys and moms and friends coming out to help lay all 3 floors down from the Missouri community. It was awesome to see, and half the Johnson family was here themselves. Bryson, his brother Kevin sitting on the bench now as a backup goalie, his uncle Brendan, his dad Todd, they were all here. It was a Johnson affair.
Archibald to the front of the net, shot save made, the rebound is stopped as well. Humes 2 excellent denials. Keep this game 2-1, 14:45 left in the second. I put a couple hours into it.
No, of course.
Well, I wasn't as efficient as everybody else. I was just talking the whole time, but I was in. Ferrantino to the far side.
Bryson's dad Todd actually went for us to pick up a cleaner that we rented for a day. He drove there, got the cleaner for us. We brought it back here. He had it set on a trailer on his truck, and then we had PJ Kabaya drive it around on each rink, scrub them all clean before the tournament started. You couldn't believe how dirty these floors were when they got here, so it was much needed.
Blake Bennett back to his own zone for his brother Shane. Hard forecheck here for RPD. Shane Brennan to break away from it though. Skating up the rink. Actually, that's Ferentino. Ferentino lost it.
Bad turnover.
Corey Kettler tries to go forehand, and Hughes made the stop. I think Kettler just ran himself out of real estate there. And now a penalty coming in the far corner.
That's a huge turn of events right there. It was a turnover. Humes made a huge save on a breakaway by Kettler. And then now they just drew a power play, and Excitement now should go over and thank Humes there. Now they make the save, but now they're going to go on a much-needed power play here.
Troy Loggins will head to the penalty box. Another Excitement power play. They did good on the 4-on-2. They just need to sure up a few things 4-on-3.
You know, when I look out on this rink, I'm reminded years ago, I don't remember what year it was, it might have been 2012, Joe Cook coached the Team California 95 team here, and Troy Loggins was on that team, and they had a mission to take out the Pennsylvania 95s, which was our juggernaut team of Kraft and Gerger and a bunch of other guys, and California fell short to Pennsylvania that year.
It's crazy to see how these kids play together for so long, and then all of a sudden they're playing against and with each other in the pro division. Now controlled back in his own zone by Sharon. The right wing side, Navalis, Sharon once more. Navalis near side, the Florida native out to the center point, Sharon. Far side, Shane Bennett. Down to the goal line for Blake. Blake Bennett to the center point. Sharon to the near side. They send it in front, deflected on goal lane to save the rebound. He makes two stops on Blake Bennett from point-blank range. Down the high slot. Shane Bennett over the far side, wrister save made. The rebound pops over the stick of Navalis and comes to a point. Sharon, big stop shot, Pat stop lane. The rebound, that one hits off the side of the goal. Navalis just missed it.
He had nothing there. I don't know why he shot that puck.
Sharon, high slot to the near side. Navalis, one-timer. That one goes well high and wide. Now on the right wing, Shane Bennett to the near side. Navalis to the center point. Sharon, back to Navalis. Sharon now, high point. To the near side, Navalis. Top of the circle. Leaves it off to Sharon. Went back to Navalis, but it popped over his stick. We just got 6 seconds left in this power play. Go back, getting aggressive. Shane Bennett, far side, he shoots, Lane makes a save. He soaks it up like a sponge. He gets the whistle with 12:21 left in the second.
You know, I never understand why teams don't adjust on the power play. You know, you get the diamond going there. You think he'd move guys around a little bit, especially, you know, George Brown, we always bust his chops about how much he loves to box. You would think he went to a box power play there at some point. Maybe get those shooters open a little bit more up top.
Derek Burnett might get a new jersey here.
He's in the middle of everything this game.
Just got ripped in two. Blake Bennett was not going to leave until that jersey was ripped. And Joe Cook's just cringing. Brand new jersey, gets it ripped right in half. Bryson Johnson goes between his own legs, right wing side, cuts to the front of the net, shot, Humes the save. And they find the loose puck, Novak. Flings it back into his own zone, Krogman. Humes has been huge in this game because RPD could easily be leading 3-4-1, but he's made some phenomenal stops. Looking for a new jersey, you might have to come out with a strong Italian V-neck. Spezia skates around the back of the goal. He'll fire this one up to the red line. Krogman.
It's a good thing Joe Cook owns a jersey company. Not sure if he get a jersey here by the next game tonight, but if anybody could get jerseys, it's Joe Cook.
So Burnett's going to have a different number here for the rest of the game.
Griffin Kluzek was on top of it. He came running down there, and he got him a new jersey already.
They got excited when he saw that jersey rip. I believe they put on number 2. It's Scott Savage usually wears.
Oh, Savage isn't here. I didn't even notice that.
Saw him quite a few times. He played for Jacksonville last year in the ECHL. Actually saw him 11 times. He played Jacksonville every other game, it felt like, but it was cool to see a roller guy so much.
He's a great kid, great player, big shot.
Through the middle, that one missed everybody, goes to the far side. Now George Brown always talks about pulling the goaltender. I don't care about goal differential, blah, blah, blah. But if this game keeps creeping down, is he down by 1? Does he pull the goalie?
100%, you got to pull the goalie at some point. And the big thing here is, you know, these games, it's a 3-point for a win in regulation, but if you get to overtime, a shootout after a tie, you could still salvage a point or two. So it's a big part of the game. You got to coach it a little bit differently, knowing you can get to a shootout.
Puck goes into the left corner. Tsushima worked off the biscuit. Now this one's fired all the way back. In behind the excitement net. Controlled by Paul O'Connor. Puck comes up the left wing side. Tsushima tries to dangle to the front, but Cody Kettler knew what he was doing, put the stick along the floor and broke that play up.
You know, number 11, I actually think it's pronounced Matsushima. Eddie, he played for State Wars since day one, I believe, for Team Wisconsin. Was always a great young player. I know he contacted me this year about putting in a junior team. He's got a junior team playing. I hadn't heard his name in a while. So it was great to hear he's still playing roller, and it's awesome to see him out here playing with the excitement in the Pro Division.
Cody Kettler up the right wing side. With a pass that lands on the tape of Loggins. Strikes that, it's Archibald. He'll go right back for Cody Kettler, patiently standing behind the Alkali, putting on that possession game that Tim was talking about earlier. Cody for Corey. Now Archibald. These three played together on Team USA in the IHF World Championships, which Mr. McManus to my left here was part of the coaching staff. Cody Kettler again. Pass at the left wing for Corey. Corey Kettler to the front of the net, puts it on goal. Hughes makes the save. Here come the excitement now. Sheeran. Pass to the far side, a shot from Navalis, and the save is made by Lane. Great chance to tie this game, but it just missed.
Yeah, Corey Kettler lost his man there, and it left the man wide open cutting to the net. They almost scored on that one.
Loggins, a wrist shot from the near side. That one goes off the body and wide. Four-player battle behind the net. Navalis staying out of trouble, didn't want to get caught. The puck comes up the near side for Sheeran. Sheeran bumps Loggins off the puck. Corey Kettler gets into it with one of the excitement skaters. Matsushima, right wing side. He goes to the front of the net, tried. A backhand shot, but Zach Lane, a nifty poke check to break that up. Matsushima out to the high slot. Blake Bennett, a shot, he missed it high. Comes back out front. Bennett chips it wide. Cody Kettler, far side corner. He's in behind the cage, and the newly numbered number 2, Derek Burnett has it.
So speaking of the 2006 division, before I heard I missed a great game. I guess Michigan defeated Pennsylvania in overtime in the other 06 semifinal, 2-1. Liam Storch with the tying goal and the overtime goal for Michigan. Great young player.
What else do you expect from that kid? Well above his years.
That should be a good matchup, Missouri and Michigan in the final.
Spezia, right wing side, circles the back of the net. Fires it out to the point. Burnett, near wing. Sends it back to the red line. Spezia. This one off to Novak. Novak did not cut to the front of the net. Nice defense from Blake Bennett. O'Connor up the left wing side. Here comes Blake Bennett with his brother Shane. Blake Bennett in front for Shane. Shot this! Scored! The Bennett brothers team up for a pretty goal, and they tie this game at 2. 6:49 left in the second.
That was a great pass. Great goal. Obviously, brothers know each other pretty well out there. You see that sixth sense they have with each other.
And it's just amazing. Like we said, a month ago, these guys weren't even road hockey players, and now they're scoring goals in the Pama Pro. They team up for the second goal, both excitement goals against one of the best teams in the Pro Division. Don't tell George we're talking about it, because he'll give himself all the credit in the world. On the far side, a chance, and that one goes higher over the net. Now we'll see if RPD picks it up a little bit, because now they're not holding a lead. They're going to press the issue a tad more. Excitement's going to do everything they can to at least get a point out of this.
You know, Brett Humes has been the story so far in this game.
Cody Kettler into the slot, he waits, he shoots, he scores! Just as you say that, Tim, I think you changed it. Cody Kettler just slipped around everybody, outweighted Humes, and threw it glove side to give them a 3-2 lead, 6:13 left in the second.
Cody Kettler, one of the most patient players in the sport, showed it there. He faked, cut to the middle. Humes got kind of caught like a fish out of water there a little bit and put it into the empty net around him. Those are the kind of plays, Chris, you really hope your defense helps you out and doesn't let the player with the puck get a clean shot on goal. And the excitement defense kind of stood around a little bit there, let Kettler have his way with them and put their goaltender in a bad position.
Excitement will go from defense to offense quickly. Rivera to the front of the net. And that one is chipped wide by O'Connor. Fired out front and it was blocked. Troy Loggins back in behind the goal. Pass up the right wing. Here comes Loggins. Let's speed into the zone. Loggins near side. Backhands across rink, but miscommunication leads to the excitement with possession. Wallace over the far side. 5:18 left in the second period. Sharon finds Navalis. Navalis drops this one for Westcott. Toe drag shot, pad stop made by Lane. He's in behind the net, quickly moved up the right side for Archibald. RPD defensive zone. Corey Kettler now far side. Back to the near wing for Burnett. Behind the goal, Burnett, once again. As you said, long time. Tour Mudcat, now here for RPD. Archibald with speed into the zone, gets around Navalis. Press to the slot, backhand shot goes by. They'll fire back in their own zone. Penalty coming here against the excitement.
Must have been something behind the play there, I missed that.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. Not too much argument coming from the excitement, so.
Well, they better get up there and pressure the puck here because if RPD's smart, they'll kill as much time possible, not even think about going to power play right now. Just eat the clock up and keep the puck in their defensive zone.
And once excitement inches down, excitement is going to need to get back because here comes RPD. Into the slot. Loggins tries to get a shot. That one was blocked. Puck is touched up. And the excitement will head to the shorthand. 3:56 left in the second. And this could mean the game here, Tim. Excitement can kill this off. They're going to have tons of momentum going in to try to tie this game. And transversely, if RPD scores, now they're up by 2. That'll be a pretty tough hill to climb.
And even more important than just the score is time left. It's a sport where when you run out of time, there's nothing you can do about it. And there's 3:56 left. That minute and a half eats it away. You're almost down to 2 minutes left in the game when that power play is over, even if you kill it. So it's just a lot of time where you can't probably get a good scoring chance unless they break one for a shorty.
Big face-off win for RPD. Novak, far side. Left point for Corey Keller. Back to Novak. Corey over for Cody. Spezia now right wing side. Checked by Sharon, then right clear to the boards. Minute left in the power play. Bounces over the stick of Cody Keller. He's back to get it patiently.
The power plays where they miss Alex Kyle right now. Big shooter for them.
Kyle signed with Maine in the ECHL. To play ice hockey for next season. Corey Keller threw this one out front. It was blocked. O'Connor. Pass up the right wing. Shane Bennett. Look at the speed. Dangles around Cody Keller. The puck got away from him. And a penalty coming here. A hooking call against Cody Keller. What a play by Shane Bennett. He's really making a name for himself.
And Cody just took an extra one. Cody's one of those players, very emotional, argues every call. I think he's just got himself tossed out of this game.
A minor for Hook and a 10-minute misconduct for arguing the call.
See, if I'm the coach there, I'm more mad at my players than the referee there. You can see Cody, he's yapping away. Just take the penalty, go, and you're not going to change the referee's mind, and now he put himself in a position where they lose one of their best players for the end of this game and possibly goes to a shootout.
No ref ever went, oh, you know what, you're right. No call.
100%.
Here comes Spezia. Power towards the front net. He gets upended. Back to the right come the excitement of 3-on-2. The far side, Okada. Back to the high slot. Shot! They score! Andy Ferrantino, top shelf, ties the game at 3 on the 3-on-3 play. 2:44 left in the second. We're all even.
What a pass by Nick Okada. That was an amazing pass. Set him up for a point-blank shot, and it was buried top corner.
Perfectly executed 3-on-2. Just the way you want to draw it up, and the excitement making some noise here, Tim. For excitement, you can't give up a goal quickly after you tie the game, much like they did the last time they scored. Novak moves up the middle of the ring, comes to the right wing side, tries to power in front of the net. He's worked to the corner by Rivera. Okada. Back behind the net for O'Connor.
This is where that 10-minute misconduct to Cody Kettler could really come back to haunt them here. You know, it's a lot easier from up here to say keep you cool, and trust me, I've been there, and I have plenty of players that are emotional and do the same, but we just got to be smart, go to the box, take your punishment, and get back out in the game, not get yourself tossed out of a game. Don't give the referee that power to do that to you.
No excitement. Looking to take a lead with the power play. 19 seconds left, and Sharon up high. Big slap shot, blocked in front. Hoggins fires this one up ring. Novak turns and skates his way into the excitement zone. Let's go for Krogman. Krogman, backhand feed into his own zone for Burnett.
You know, Jalen Krogman, another one of those underrated players, just such a great defensive player. Don't see his name on the score sheet much, but plus minus, I guarantee he's a big plus most nights.
Spezia with speed coming to the zone. That one's knocked away. Right wing side, Shane Bennett. He'll cut to the middle. Bennett, a shot! Glove save made by Lane. And that one was close. In and out of the glove of Lane. Really a bad turnover, but Hughes is there to knock it to the far side. 1 minute left. Now both teams, you want to try to go for that third point, but you also don't want to give up the goal, so you get 0.
You know, ties in this tournament are huge because 3 points for the win. You want those 3 points. You know, the 2 changes things, but at the same time, like to your point, you don't want to lose the game.
And now the whistle blows because they were standing behind the net, and the face-off will be deep.
Yeah, so players have to move the puck within 10 seconds from behind the net or advance it or get from behind the net. If they don't, it's a whistle as it is here and a face-off deep. If they do it a second time in a game, Trefty, then it's a delay of game penalty.
And that'd be huge at this point in the game.
Oh, tremendous.
Absolutely love the rule because, I mean, standing behind the net just doesn't do anybody good.
Well, it makes the game more boring, obviously. And we started doing it this tournament. You know, Narch did it last term in the Pro Division. You know, Darren there did a great job with that rule. We added it here, and we actually added it to all our youth divisions as well. Might as well teach the kids young to play the game a better way.
Look at this. Excitement's going to win the face-off, and here they come. Left wing side.
Spezia.
Tries to get a shot, but that one goes wide. Now Shane Bennett. He gets knocked down. A penalty coming. Out high for Sharon. He waits. He shoots. It's blocked. Comes the near side. Pushed on goal. And that one was blocked. And then the whistle blows with 11 seconds left.
RPD can't really complain there because Spezia got away with a hook and a grab of the jersey to pull a player back on the back check there when they had a 2-on-1 coming.
And now it looks like Spezia is going to get a game misconduct as well. And here's something that's huge. If this goes to a shootout, Archibald can't shoot. If I'm not mistaken, Tim, correct?
For being in the penalty box?
Yeah.
That's something I'd have to go down to the officials on that rule.
That's usually the case. In ice hockey, that's usually the case. So that's huge too, because Spezia can't shoot because he got a 10-minute misconduct. RPD's just shooting himself in the foot for a potential shootout.
If I'm Joe Cook here right now, I got to be really frustrated with my guys losing their cool here. There's no reason with 11 seconds left in a tie game, unless Speezy just forgot that they have a shootout here. So thinking like most tournaments just end in a tie. Thinking 11 seconds left, who cares? But that could be huge now with the shootout.
It's not like these teams were warned. The referees were going to have a short fuse when it came to barking at the referees. Because for the simple fact that there is a ton of kids watching this game right now, you just don't want to set the wrong example.
In our captains coaches meeting this morning with the Pama Pro Division, we talked about that. This is a tournament that the families are all at. It's a family sport, family game, family tournament. Understand who's watching the games out here. Be good examples for the children watching. And I understand emotions get the best of us all, so I'm not going to harp on it too much. But more from a coaching side of it, you got to be frustrated with your players with 11 seconds left in a tie game. Good chance this game is going to go to a shootout. Now you take yourself out of it.
Excitement looking to prove you wrong. Face off in the far circle. Trying to win it forward, but that one's blocked. Maybe one shot as it comes to the point. Sharon a slap shot. Oh, that one just missed. And now it's cleared by Novak, and we will go to a shootout. How about this for George Brown's excitement team? They come out in the first game and get at least a point. I'm not sure what Blake Bennett's talking to the referee about right now. Maybe he's talking about how Archibald can't shoot. So our first shootout, Timmy. This one's going to be fun.
There'll definitely be one of these today. So such great competition here in the Pama Pro Division. We knew there'd be some ties, some shootouts.
Did you expect it in this game?
Probably not. Speaking of tough matchups, up next we got the Pama Levada Golden Knights playing the Tor Mudcats, and I expect that one to be a doozy.
Should be a fun one. Oakman's going to shoot first. He's got a quick move to the forehand. So we'll see what he does here. A lot of moves in the Krogman arsenal.
Looks like the referees have allowed Archie over to the bench there, so I guess they're allowing him to play.
Krogman in. No, missed it wide as he looks to the heavens.
Krogman not known much for breakaways, so again, Kettler and Speezy being out, I don't know if you would have seen Krogman in the shootout.
Here's Shane Bennett. This guy has some unbelievable hands. Let's see what he does. Shane Bennett into the right wing side, shoots, he scores! He didn't mess around. He looked like he was going to go in and dangle, and all of a sudden took a quick shot. He just caught Lane sleeping there.
Great release right there.
Novak. Comes in up the middle of the rink. Novak in. Forehand shot. 5-hole, he scores.
Some of the sweetest mitts in the game right there, Kyle Novak.
Now, the second half of the brothers Bennett. Blake. He's got just as good of an arsenal here. Great shot. Let's see if he uses it. Blake Bennett down the left wing side, shoots, blocker stop made by Lane, and Lane was just toying with him. He gave him the whole blocker side and then just quickly took it away.
Here comes Troy Loggins. I know Joe Cook said he expects big things from this kid this tournament, so let's see what he does here.
Loggins slowly into the zone. Stick handles to the forehand. What a save by Hughes! Now excitement can win it.
Great move by Troy there. He had to pull it around him a little bit. He went to go back through the 5-hole, but great save by Hume.
For the win, Jared Westcott. Slowly in, shoots. He missed it just wide. Not sure if the two teams up next realize they're both wearing white jerseys. But right now it's Bryson Johnson, one of the best shots out there. Johnson in. Goes to the forehand, Hughes, another amazing save. They're trying to go to the blocker side, but Hughes sprawling to make some big stops here. Nolan Sheeran, another opportunity for the excitement to win it. Nolan Sheeran, stick handling back and forth, looks at goal shot. Jack Lane makes the glove save. He might be here all day, Timmy. His goalies are dialed.
That was a weird approach there, I thought. Yeah, the Mudcats wearing their whites there. They're the away team. They should be in the darks there.
Corey Kettler, he's going to come in down the left wing. Kettler in, shot, glove save made by Humes.
Corey nonchalant Kettler comes in there. Big miss.
Rivera, another chance for the excitement to win it. Rivera in, forehand shot, he scores! The excitement, pull off the big upset in the opening round game. As in a shootout, they defeat Alkali RPD by the score of 4-3.
That's a huge win for George Brown and his excitement.
Not only does it put him that much closer to a potential playoff spot, but that just gives you an absurd amount of confidence going forward. This was probably one of their toughest games. And they have a really tough schedule. To get these 2 points early, that's huge.
Because Archie made a comment to George Brown on the handshake, because as he skated away, George yelled something back over at him and pointed at Archie, so I don't know what was said there.
George was smiling from ear to ear.
Here comes George walking over to talk to the other ref and see if he says something to Archie here.
Shakes his head, so I don't know what was said to him.
Archie's arguing the calls at the end of the game, but it's his right to do so. They ended up here, look like good calls to me though. How about you, Trev?
I mean, I didn't see one call where I thought it was bad, and I thought they let him go a little bit too. Like, there could have been much more. You know, I think Pama might have realized it, and they're going to put on some darker jerseys. Hey, thanks, Mudcats. I love that you can see the numbers clearly. Look like I figured out how all these guys skate at this point. At least I hope. Tim, not only was that a fun game, but that's a big win for George Brown.
Yeah, it's a huge win. You know, the first game of the tournament, you come out, and I know from experience, the first game's usually your toughest. You come out, your team's just a little nervous, whatnot. But to come out with 2 points in a game like that, I mean, Alkali gets to 1, which will definitely help them. It's not like they lost the game outright, but if I'm Joe Cook, I'm in the locker room just telling my guys that, hey guys, we outplayed that team. We lost it ourselves, and we can't let ourselves lose our cool like that at the end of the game.
All right, we're going to step out for a break. We'll be back for Tour Mudcats and the Pama Lobeda Golden Knights. That one's going to come up after this on SWH Live.